As mentioned around these digital twins, they will seem very lifelike, and they will be used. I don't think people need too much imagination to think of ways that these could be used in nefarious for nefarious uses. Think anything from scammers trying to lure money out of people, which has already happening in various contexts, to them simply just going off track and saying things that are a little bit too colorful or outlandish for anybody's taste. So it's important that we, as a society, start thinking about some infrastructure for actually being able to introduce responsibility in this environment. Like, who made this thing, right? Where does this thing come from? So at Concordium, we're building a system for decentralized, what we call AI accountability certificates. And the idea is that that a platform, for example, an AI platform like Freya, for example, they can actually document the data that went into training a certain model, the kind of code that was used to produce it, and basically give like a full overview of the supply chain that went into building that model, without revealing the actual data itself. So there's more transparency. Like, if the model goes out in the world and does something that is not appropriate, at that point there would be a certificate, and the idea is that it's being moved on chain. So there's a commitment on chain, not with the actual data itself, but with hashes of the data, so it's obfuscated, so the underlying data is not available. So that certificate lives on chain, and because it's on chain, that means it cannot be tampered with after the fact. There's a clear log of everything that happened to that certificate, so it's very good to sort of trace everything that happened with that model over time, and it can be read basically from anywhere, like with one unified API. You can probably imagine in all the technologies that you use today, all the communication technologies you use today, there'll probably be some kind of AI feature where you can start interacting with, for example, digital twins. And those platforms can then go and check these certificates and say, well, are these certificates, have they been revoked by either the issuer, by either the AI company that made the model? You could imagine there would be an interface, a UI, where you will see a little green check mark in the corner that says, yes, this model is actually all good, it's all valid. So this gives me, as an end user, I get like an opportunity to actually see if this is something I can trust, that it is what it claims to be, and get more information about the background behind the model. And the consumer platforms, like anything from Facebook to WhatsApp, they will be able to have an infrastructure and a way that they can actually give this information on to their end users. So in short, it's a system of tracking the provenance of these AI models and making that easy to show to the actual end users that engage with those models. We are in talks with many different stakeholders in the AI industry of all kinds. And it's very important to us that this becomes an open framework. Otherwise, we're not really going to achieve our goal here of supporting a safer AI ecosystem for the future.